of like containment devices or any type of stuff? Like you know how like in Ghostbusters they had the little fucking thing you slide across the floor.
Right. He's like, no, we don't attempt containment or anything like that. He's like, we don't really think it works. He said we don't believe in that. He said they definitely do believe in collecting EVPs, and there were some names that came up during the EVP sessions, and one of the names was the man who owned the house before us.
The guy who sold it to you, or the
guy who sold it to us. Okay. His name came up. There was like a Mary, a John, Jesus, and a couple other different names.
Did we just get some EVP?
Unfortunately, no. That would be the Loud House. But sorry, and
that's all good.
You know, Mary, John. I think there was an Anthony, Christopher.
It wouldn't be a true New Jersey house without an Anthony in there.
No, that's true. Christopher. hey, Anthony. And I forget what the last one. Oh, Pepe. No, I'm kidding.
For a second, I was like, what?
No, that would have been pretty cool. I probably would have fell off my chair if that took place. I would have been like, oh, my God.
Right.
I was like, where's TRS? No, but
who are you going to call?
Right, TRS. And it was really uncomfortable to hear names.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, because it's like, wow, these are actually, now you have people's, you know.
This is real.
Yeah.
This is real now.
Yeah. Now, when you said the guy who owned the house, it was the person you said that sold you the house, right? That's the guy?
Right.
Okay.
Right. The owner of the house right before us.
Now, can you go back again and talk about the locks on the outside of the doors?
Yeah.
So that was, were those from the guy who owned it before you, or were they just there, kind of a thing?
They were there from the original owners. The people that we bought it from were too lazy to take them off.
Okay.
That seems like a bad situation if you've got kids. Like, they don't really understand. They could accidentally lock someone in or something, you know?
Right. It's, it's just a bad idea. And I didn't notice them until I started painting. Because, when you go look at a house and you're like, oh, it's beautiful, you get caught up in everything. You're not looking at the minute things. That happens buyer's remorse. That happens whenever you make a big purchase with anything.
How many rooms had the locks on them?
Every bedroom.
Every bedroom.
Except the master bedroom.
That is some like...
So it's basically a prison with a warden's office.
Yeah.
Right. Well, exactly.
Well, it sounds a lot like some foster homes I've heard about.
Right, so immediately I took them off.
Yeah.
I was like, zip, 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 zip. I started pulling them all off. I didn't even tell my wife. I spackled them, went right over the holes, and I was like, well, it was just really uncomfortable to see that. I've never seen that before. I'm like, why are there locks on the outside of these doors? Who's getting locked in here?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them had two.
Oh, wow.
Downstairs, in the basement, there was a old, like, cedar wood chest, and my wife liked it. And after the first investigation, as they were leaving, the paranormal investigator, as I'm going down the steps, he's like, "This needs to go now." He's like, "It has to go now." I'm like, "Well, where are we putting it?" He's like, "In the back of my trunk, throwing it in a dumpster on the way home."
Wow.
So that's what happened there.
Well, we got the story out of the way. That was good, dude. And
yeah, very good story. Thank you again.
I hope it helps. You guys get some good lessons off of it. It was nice to share it with people that actually are interested in that sort of thing too. Very nice.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Like you not being able to get it out there, and plus it is still fairly recent too.
Right, it's fresh. It's fresh, lovely. Now it's going to come back.
Now,
I'm not worried about it. We still do the salt in the water and stuff like that.
Good. That's the one thing that, like, the residual.
Right, they said it helps pull the energy away or something like that. I don't know.
Right on.
So that's what they do.
So yeah, so they were more exorcists than you said. They didn't do any sort of containment. Did you ever contact anybody who did say that?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
No, I contacted. It got so bad one night, guys. I actually went to a hotel room with my family.
Jesus.
And that's when I called them from there.
Yeah, I can. That's the final straw right there.
That was it. Yeah.
You're not kicking me out of my house.
Right, I left them a voicemail. It was like 3 and 4 in the morning.
Wow.
You know, so you guys got to call me back as soon as you can. I need to talk to you.
Yeah, that's a crazy ghost story, dude. I mean, like, now that you mentioned, remember you said that was the first time you ever felt like a presence on you or behind you or whatever when you were by yourself that one time? That was like, I always said that I hadn't ever encountered anything like that. But the more I think about certain things, like that story about when I was in the Navy and I was in that area where the kid had hanged himself. And, and like, it just, nobody ever went down there after a certain time at night. But at certain points, you have to, like, if you're on watch, you have to actually walk around, like like when we were in port, and you're on your duty section, you have to sometimes stand watch, and it's making a round of the ship. Well, everybody just checked off that they would go down there, but nobody would ever go down there. Well, I would go down there, and I actually once or twice actually felt like someone was down there with me, but I was just like, I'm just fucking making this, But now that the more I think about
it, because that's because you were conditioned at that point to not even think about it.
Yeah, you've been well trained to just go, no, nothing. I'm imagining things.
It's just like I said when they went and got the mediums. The first medium couldn't even get a hold of any of them because they were hiding. The second medium got a hold of a couple of them, but he was so exhausted at the end that he's like, I can't do it. He's like, the one is too. He said the male is too strong. And he is adamant about staying. Adamant. He said that the male had got so nasty with him.
Wow.
Horrible names, invoking other people's names and spirits and stuff like that. He was furious.
Calling for backup.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably. And the final one came in, and it took him a good 7 hours, they said, to get rid of everything.
That's crazy. I mean, like, you always see in the movies, like, the exorcist is fighting, spiritually with the thing, right. And it's like it's physically taxing and whatever. And it, the more stories I hear like this, the more I can imagine it actually is.
The last one said that it felt like it was trying to drain his energy, like trying to make him tired so he would quit. But he was what happened with the last one? He was so adamant and persistent. He finally got the other spirits to come forward. He said, and they finally opened up and they said, "It's him. He's not letting us leave."
Wow.
So at that point, he was able to turn his attention completely towards the male that didn't want them to leave. And that almost left him powerless once they told the medium that. Once they confessed that, that Jesus Christ, please help us, that was them asking us for help because he was holding them captive.
Wow.
Right. They weren't, the other ones weren't mad or trying to hurt my family.
Right.
They were begging us for help.
Because there was a big bad guy keeping everybody there.
Extremely malevolent spirit.
Mm-hmm. Right. He didn't want to let them go. And they said he enjoyed the power over them. He was very abusive towards them, and he did not like my son.
Wow.
But for some reason they said
you finally die, your last thoughts are like, well, at least whatever's over, and then nope.
Yeah. Right. He didn't like my son, but he said he couldn't do anything to my son. So, and that enraged him even more.
So
I got to take off, so.
All right, Adam.
All right.
Thanks a lot for coming on. Great story.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, you're not going anywhere yet there, Asgardian, so. Right on, Adam.
I'll talk to y'all later.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
Later, man.
All right, now let's talk shit about Adam. No.
Country Adam was always better.
Oh, man. Stop the Country Adam meme. That's mean. Because plus nobody knows what that is, and Adam's not here to cringe about.
No, I don't know what it is.
It's just
like, okay.
No, it's an online inside joke about.
It's a meme.
Oh, okay.
It's a meme that there's a better Adam than him who goes by the name of Country. Goes by the name Who goes by the name of Country Adam, and everybody likes Country Adam better, kind of thing, And that's the kind of the joke. It's mean. But anyways, dude, yeah, that sounds like that was like the guy, the spirit, the bad guy.